Welcome to Metal Wani and Metal Nation Radio. This is your host Vitek here with the evergreen, beautiful, and amazing singer Dianne from Xandria. How are you doing, ma'am?
Hi, I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Now, how's been the day so far?
Well, great. I've been vocalizing a lot today.
Mm-hmm.
I've been singing some new songs, practicing and making them my own.
Okay.
I'm busy writing lyrics and working on my jewelry also and some teaching. So busy day.
Extremely busy. So, like you said, you're writing your lyrics. Are you kind of working on the new Xandria material?
We are doing some new compositions, yes, but it's a long process of going back and forth and rewriting, so
Of course.
nothing completed yet.
Oh, that's really great. Now, you apart from fronting two bands, I mean, you're part of Ex Libris and now Xandria as well. So, and you also are a vocal coach. So,
True.
I mean, you must be having some influences as as a singer of how you provide those information to your students as well.
Oh wow! I try to take the best of all worlds. Everyone has its talents and everyone has its spear points. I love to listen to a lot of vocalists to figure out what they do, their strongest points are, figure out how they go about that vocally.
Right.
And, they combine this knowledge all together and make it my own before I give it to my students.
That's awesome. Now, I need to know what's the excitement level in the band, keeping in mind that you guys will be heading to India for the first time, in just another 2 weeks.
We are overexcited to come. Yes, we are so much looking forward to this. I think it's for all of us. It's not only the first time as a band, but also as a person. So the country is totally new to us.
Mm-hmm.
But we're constantly talking about this, about what we're expecting to see, and the environment, and the nature, and also temperature-wise.
Yeah, it's
also
gonna be
very
super
important.
hot.
And the mosquitoes.
Yeah, that's true. Now, as a band, like you're traveling to a different country for the first time, so you guys must have done some homework and try to figure out what's that country special for.
Ooh, well, of course, but I must admit that I didn't Google it. I am more a person who wants to be surprised, because there are so many things to be found on the internet, but it's always someone else's story, and I'd rather make it my own.
Absolutely. Now, let me tell you something. The moment you guys land in India and, then you go to the venue and you'd see a jam-packed crowd of, Fulani. And I'm sure because majority of the bands from Europe who have come to India for the first time, for instance, Epica came last December. Simone was totally over the top, looking at the number of people popping up and humming the tunes. So I'm sure you guys are in for a treat.
Oh, wow. Now I'm even more looking forward to this.
Awesome. Now, any such surprises or some sort of things fans can look forward to? Because, of course, the band is going to be here, play some new tunes as well. So something to look out for the fans.
Well, we have a song called India, and it's normally not on our set list, but especially because we are going to India, we are obliged to play this song for you, so we will.
In fact, I was about to ask that question because you have a track with the same name, so what better occasion than having that song being played live in India?
Well, precisely, yeah.
Fantastic. Now, Sacrificium, which released, last year, had a great response from critics as well as your fans. So is that kind of giving you that sort of a vibe of taking the new material on, on a different level altogether?
Yes, of course it is. Our new material will really be modeled after Neverworld's End, the album previously on Sacrificium, but also Sacrificium. I think we're combining both of best albums because they are alike, but again they are also really different.
Right.
So we're combining the best sounds, the best things and structures about those two albums, and therefore coming up with something new.
Awesome.
And also for the upcoming songs, this of course is my first album on which I am a part of the process from the beginning on.
Right.
So there's a lot more time to try and fit my voice into the music, and way more time, for demoing and see how things work out when sung live. And
So how are the
Yeah.
guys busting out tunes? I mean, how's it sounding? Is it like a typical Xandria style, or you guys are exploring different territories right now?
You will know it's Xandria within the first 3 seconds. I
Awesome.
promise you that. Yes, it's gonna be awesome.
And
I wish I could tell you more, but I can't.
I totally understand that. Now, you've been in a band for almost, more than 2 years now. So how's it working with the guys? I mean, what sort of qualities do you find, you actually appreciate that and take inspiration from?
Oh wow. Well, I must say I love them all. They're very different from each other. They have some similarities though, but they are very different. For example, Steven, our bass player, that's really our stage monkey. Whenever I'm on stage and I glance over at him, he always makes me smile because he makes these funny faces and he has just so much energy he portrays on stage. And I love that, and I know our fans love it because everyone's always smiling at him when they see Steven.
Right. That's awesome.
Well, that's just an example. I mean, with Marco, I can really talk on a deep scale, a deep level.
Hmm.
And I can party with Philip, and I can really, work miracles with Garrett, organization-wise, and getting things done. And they all have their special points, and well, they're just a bunch of sweethearts. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this about metalheads, but they are.
I totally understand that. Now, being let me call you as a front lady or of a band, how does it annoy you when let's say a metalhead calls a female fronted metal band? Now, isn't that a most annoying term you would have heard?
No, I must admit, well, hey, I am a female, so
Right.
why not call me like that? I think it would
It's
annoy me if they would call me male.
yeah, it's more like categorizing a band, and just because a very talented singer is fronting the band, but that sort of a tagline comes in saying, okay, arch enemy female fronted band, Xandria female fronted band, that kind of
Yeah.
segregates things, which I think is not good.
No, well, if you look at that from that perspective, then of course I agree with you. But well, I must say that it doesn't bother me that much. I think then whenever people have doubts, they can just put on our music, and then it's my job to take the doubt away.
Absolutely right. So there must be something in the Dutch land. I mean, I'm still not able to figure out. We got singers like you, like Floor Jansen, like Simone as well. So what's in the air? What's in the water of the Dutch land? I need to know.
I don't know. So many people ask me this, and I see people talking about this all over the internet. And seriously, I don't know. Maybe I must just bring a sample of our water to India.
The day we metalhead get the answers to this question, I'm sure it's going to be like what heaven to figure out
Yeah.
what's there. There must be something special because not only you guys work so hard, but it's that the talent which comes out from that land is extraordinary.
Yeah, well, I think maybe the Dutch people are really open-minded, and the government is well, was actually. Now with the crisis, it's a little bit more difficult. But before this, it's really supportive on supporting music education, also art education. So I think so many people, well, children in the Netherlands are growing up playing an instrument or painting or making sculptures. Everyone does something. So there's so much support for developing an art in the Netherlands
Right.
that I think if the talent is there, it must come out either way, and with such support, not only from the government but also the Dutch people. Everyone's very lovingly towards music. Maybe that's it.
That's really awesome. I was just listening to The Gentle Storm by Arjen Lucassen and Anak. And,
I love this music.
and holy shit, I was like, man, this is such a well-written album and such an atmospheric album. And then I listened to you guys and listened to the variety of bands coming out from Netherlands. It's not only you guys sound different, but there's that vibe which comes and says, okay, this has got to be a Dutch metal band. That's how it clearly signifies.
Yeah. No, I love the Gentle Storm. I cannot wait to have the full album.
That it sounds damn good. The gentle parts and the storm parts, it's totally mind blowing.
Yeah, 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 true.
Awesome. So just 2 weeks left. Oh, not even 2 weeks. I think 10 days left. So for a fan who's here in India waiting for you guys, what would be a message from, you and the guys?
Oh wow! Well, of course, I will invite everyone to come out to see our show.
Hmm.
Let me just say that everyone is welcome, and I would be honored if everyone came out to celebrate our India debut with us. Let's
Awesome.
just make this one big party together.
Absolutely. And I remember we did an interview last year, but that was an email interview. And
Yeah.
fortunately, I asked this question about, is there any message for your fans from India? And to be honest, you did mention that you have a plan of performing at the album India in India soon. So I just didn't know it's going to happen within a span of few months. So looks like things are rolling quite well.
Yeah.
Awesome, Dean. It was an honor having a chat with you. But before I conclude, how about you uh, sum up this upcoming journey of you and your, the bandmates, or let me call them as the sweethearts, like you mentioned. So
Yeah.
in just one sentence, so that the fans will have an idea of that what to expect.
Ooh. I think we're gonna make it one big party out there. Giving you this special song called India, and just one big celebration of our Indian debut. It's the first show in India, but we promise already that we will return.
And I'm sure you're not going to be disappointed with the way crowds are going to go berserk the moment you guys come on stage. But apart from the stage, I mean, you guys are in for treat as well because of Indian food. Have you tasted anything?
Well, yes, of course, but always in Indian restaurants in Europe, so I'm not sure that's totally the same.
Well, are you a vegetarian, or you are a non-vegetarian?
No, no. Well, I have a strange thing. I don't eat poultry, so no birds, no chicken.
Birds from chicken, so I can consider you as a vegan.
No, not totally.
Not only, but even if you are vegan, or if you're a non-vegetarian, you are in for a treat. So make sure you explore Indian food. Trust me, you're gonna love it. And
I will, I will.
when you have it in Europe, like you said, it's just a different feeling when you have the food in that particular country where it's actually known for.
Oh, totally true. I totally agree with you on that.
Thank you so much, Dianne. Had an honor of having a chat with you. I'll be catching you next Sunday at Hyderabad, even though it's a little bit far from here, but I will definitely catch you there.
Cool, cool. Love to meet you.